Hello, Dr. L here. This is an update on the S&P, and I am here to tell you I think we may have a major turn in place, and I'm going to tell you why. Of course, nothing is guaranteed, but this is a chart I sent out at the end of the day yesterday or Monday, telling my certified chaos traders that I thought a major turn was coming the next day. This was before the 360 point Dow down day. So the night before, and it was based upon this chart, my plasma chart of the S&P E-mini. Had a strong bottom on the solar eclipse, been running up, and I've numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I've been calling this a blow-off move. And looking closer inside of it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 looked possible, making this a blow-off move 7. I thought the market was going to meet resistance at 2,700. Well, it popped up in less than a month, 180 points, and hit this high. So that's a strong harmonic number. So that's what I put out Monday at the end of the day. Now let's look at that same chart today. This is that same chart today without all the annotation. And you see we have come down and we're working on turning the exponential moving averages down. So we clearly have a peak. We've come down. We've been chattering around in here for the better part of this week. Now, when I see a situation like that, I try to look at the physics of what's going on. So I want to show you a chart that I've been watching this week. This is last Friday, and on this chart I have heliocentric electric field flux lines. And once I saw, just from the blow-off pattern, that we might be turning down, I tried to see if there was a physical cause for that. So what I want to show you on this chart is what turned the market down. Here we are running up. We had a really nice chaos clinic last Friday. Up, 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 one-way move. And then at the end of the day, I looked at that and said, wow, that thing's really a rocket. Can it keep going? Well, when I looked at it on this chart this week, I looked for physical causes. This magenta line is a mercury flux line. This green one is a sun flux line. So right at the end of the day, I'm going to bring over a little annotation here. Okay, I'm going to park it right there. Mercury was 135 degrees to Earth right here at the end of the day on the 26th. That cycle is 115 days long. So now I'm using the 8th harmonics. So these numbers, if you divide them by 8, will give you the next leg of that cycle. But that cycle obviously turned down. Mercury came up over the weekend. It made an aspect with Jupiter, 45-degree aspect. And then early Monday morning, some would call it the overnight. The way I do my charts, it's morning because I use Greenwich time. Any rate, Mercury squared Chiron right here. So Mercury and Chiron, one of my students told me was very powerful cycle in downturns, and especially crashes. But at any rate, that seemed to catch the turn right here. And then we came down and came down, and on the 30th, Mercury right there, Mercury was 135 degrees to the moon's node. That was important because there's a lunar eclipse this week. A lunar eclipse is made up, like all eclipses, of the sun, this green line here, the node, and the moon. I don't show the moon lines on this chart because I'm looking for all these cycles outside the moon. So there's Mercury, Saturn right there, or Mercury node, and then Mercury, Saturn. Those are 88-day cycles, between 89 and 88. And then yesterday, or on the 30th, this is the 360 point down Dow day. We had Earth squaring Jupiter. That's just about a 400-day cycle here. Earth Jupiter, if you look in my products, there's a report I did years ago. This is the overflight, and I did a report on trading the overflight. Okay, that's on the 30th. And also on the 30th, right down here, is Mars conjoining Uranus heliocentrically. Now, on the 31st, this is an interesting day. First of all, this is the State of the Union talk. A little bit of rally, then a drop after. Not really much, just political yak. This right here is exact time of the lunar eclipse. There's the node and the sun. So between those 2 points is the lunar eclipse being formed. Significantly here, we had resistance at the Mercury flux line. Then, and after, this is also the second day of a Federal Reserve meeting day. So we had a State of the Union, solar eclipse, and Fed announcement day all on the same days. And as typical with the Fed announcement days, you get some wild gyrations. There was a sharp drop. This happened to be a moontide trade time right here at the low. And it bounced back up, but look where it stopped. Up here in the vicinity of the node. Now this morning, we got a sharp drop, then we got a bounce back up. And it looked like we just may keep on going. But we stalled up here with the where the flux lines that determine the node. So what this has done is it created a resistance here. So right up here, you can see resistance. There's physical causes for that resistance. Now after reaching this point, we had a sharp drop today. So here we have, if you're an Elliott waver, you might call this a 1, A, B, C, D, E. But in this short period of 4 days of this week, we've had a number of significant long-term astrocycles turn. Now, looking very quickly at the general trend here, line along the highs and along the lows. I'm going to go inside of that and draw a zigzag. Zigzag down, zigzag up, zigzag down at the same angle. So, if we head lower tomorrow, it could be all she wrote for a while. These are long-term cycles. Just a possibility. Keep that in mind. But that's what I've been watching this week. So I want to leave you with that. If you want to check out my products, go to moneytide.com and check out my courses. And if you're interested in day trading, sign up on moneytide.com so you get the Thursday night email. And on Friday, most Fridays, I'll be doing a chaos clinic. If I'm not doing a chaos clinic, the site will be open and you can see all kinds of detailed charts for trading. But my message here is there is a physical cause for this downturn. So we can watch and see how far it really goes. But the lengths of the cycles are not in hours. They're actually more than in days. These are like 3 months and longer. So just a little bit from the Chaos Clinic. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.